How's everybody doing out there? This is the Blackeffect Enterprise. This is your man, Nico B. Whoa. I want to go ahead and get into this quickly. Quit asking for black leaders because you won't want to follow them. And I'm talking to black people. As black people, quit asking for black leaders, man. You don't want to follow them. You don't want to listen. You know, black people don't want to listen, man. That's real. No, I'm talking to my people. I can say this. As being a black person, as living amongst black people, as studying black people, I can honestly, having the black experience, I can honestly say that niggas don't want to listen, man. Y'all don't want to listen to nobody, and I'm talking about collectively. Like, I'm not talking about and you have some individuals who become the exceptions, and they are the outliers, and they become some of the most successful people in the community. They become, but that's on their own merits. But that's because they know how to listen. They don't fall into the same pitfalls. But if you look, our people, we hadn't increased in wealth. And if you ask me, we've decreased and declined in integrity. We hadn't increased in wealth. We decreased and declined in integrity as these years have progressed. And what I want to say, for one, you have more people who actually, our people, the chosen people of God, the people who were brought over here on slave ships, the children of Jacob, the descendants of Adam. You have our people, the descendants of slaves, who have abandoned their very superpower, which is the Most High God. This is a huge reason why you making it like our people are going backwards. Like, our people aren't moving forward. They're in a stagnant state. We're in a stagnant state. And I'm talking about collectively. You have individuals who are doing extraordinary things. And the reason why, again, they're free. You free to do that. Like, black people are the chosen of the Most High. You have abilities and things you can apply if you listen and embrace your superpower and your inheritance in the Most High God. You understand? Jesus Christ, we all know Jesus Christ died on the cross, man, to graft all Gentiles and all nations and nationalities into the family of the Lord. We already see how the Caucasian race, what they've done, and and other races come over here. Hispanics, they come over here, they're building businesses, they're doing their thing. They stick together. The Asians, they come over here, they stick together. You ain't gonna hear them bad mouthing each other and talking about this. Now, you do have infighting within groups of their groups as well. But I'm specifically talking to my people. I've lived this experience. I know what's going on. And again, a lot of us just do not listen, man. We don't want to work together. We don't want to listen. And that's what I'm saying. Like, how can you, like, nigga, or try to get some advice on how to make a move or do this or build this. Black dude to tell him, one of his a person who look like him, tell him that nigga be looking at it with all a grain of salt and nigga asking like, look, all you got to do is invest this little bit with me, man, and we can flip this and make this. I got this idea, like got this. Nigga start looking at you, and the fuck around, he won't invest with you, but he'll go off and try to go use your idea. But then go get with somebody else. Go get with the white folks and get them to to help him out, or what I'm saying, or try to go act like it was his idea and present it to them instead of working with you. I've seen stuff like that happen. I've seen dudes like, you gotta convince niggas to support content that benefit them. You should never have to do that. You niggas watch all your videos and stuff like that, but then you have to try to convince them to hit the like button or hit the subscribe button, and this is content that benefit them. We go against a lot of our own best interests, and a lot of it is just due to our own, to inner wickedness, man, that stems from biblical times. You understand? And every human being possesses this, but it's you again. I'm talking to black people, so-called black people. This is, and I say so-called because that's not even a nationality. It's not. That's just a color. Like, we are the true chosen people, the true Hebrews, the true Israelites of the earth, the scattered. We are parts of the 12 tribes of Jacob. And if you have to learn your history, man, don't cut off big parts of your history to understand where you're going. Again, though, leadership. Since like you saw how the Israelites was rebelling against Moses, they were the Hebrews were they all rebelled against Moses, man. They weren't listening to him. He was trying to help them and lead them out the wilderness, man. They were rebelling against God. And I mean, like I said, and that's the same thing that our people are doing today. They're rebelling against God. The women that became more haughty, the men out here talking, listening to all of this foolishness. It's either some killing and drilling or niggas always talking about women all day. Foolishness, man. When you get the brothers to present you some tangible information or something like that, that don't get a lot of attention, even to this day. You don't have just the brothers just iron sharpening iron, just chopping it up. Like by this time, to be honest, the brothers should already have their own network and platform, outside of YouTube. We should have been able to put that together and have everybody have to be able to make something off that and be able to do their own thing. We still dependent on YouTube and other platforms. And that go for the men and women. Like it's time, like, and when I say listening to leadership, it ain't nothing. It's not about somebody being your lording over you or being like you gotta do person like a cult leader. Ain't nobody saying you gotta join a cult. Like with women, it's the same thing with women. Like with our women, we be saying that you need male leadership, and that's male guidance. It's do you know what leadership is? If the same way you following the country, you following leaders right now. You follow your boss. You following the leadership of them. You follow leadership every day, every single day of your life. So why wouldn't why is it that it's only within your group, black male leadership, that gets shunned or gets looked at like, like don't sit here and be talking about because of slavery or something, man. Like that's a very foolish. A lot of nations have been enslaved, and that's a very foolish mindset to have there. You understand? Because another group committed an atrocity, that's like victim blaming. You understand? And really, that don't have anything to do with now, because right now you can do whatever you want to do. And this has been going on for a while now. It's like, see, and this is why I hate to admit it, but this echoes similar of what Cynthia G gets to talking about. Only thing about it is a lot of her talking point, a lot of her stuff is filled with a lot of other rhetoric, left field rhetoric, that you can't really take her serious. But she does make some good points sometimes, and this is the thing. It has been a while. There's been enough time to where black men should have been able to successfully link up and do something collectively. I mean, collectively, as not saying that you don't have outliers. That what I'm saying is, let me put it like this. It shouldn't be the exceptions that's doing what they're doing right now. For us as the brothers, it should be a norm to be working together and building as a community in order to be able to go out and then build with other people, other races, other groups and stuff like that. But it should be the norm, the same way as it is a stereotype with Asians or something like that, or Hispanics, that we stick together, that we build together. There should be corporations, black businesses. This could have been built. You have rich black men right now who can do that, but they in turn, you just look at it. The rich black men, what do? They go run to the other races and other groups of people. They abandon their groups of people. They don't even get them to employ them to gain new ideas. They don't do that. So it's a two-part dynamic, man. Like, you got bad leadership, and then you have people who can't be led, who like Red Supreme, like my nigga Red Supreme was saying, like, the coaches can only be as good as the players, and vice versa. Like, if a coach got bad players who insubordinate, don't want to listen, don't matter how good his coaching skills are, they'll never be successful. And the same thing with if you got bad coaching and you got good players, he gonna lead them into oblivion and a bunch of losses and things like that. So that's all I'm saying is, like, we have to stop. I don't know what it is. Drop all your pride and all that foolishness. If listen to what the person is saying. Listen to look at the direction that they're in, the trajectory that they're going, and then get behind that accordingly. You heard people talk, I eat pastors. I don't go to church because the pastors do this, the pastors do that. Is it all pastors? Is that all black pastors? No, it's not. You have some black pastors who still bombing that fire and brimstone. You still have some black pastors who still out there helping their community. Their church is a pillar in their community. Why don't you just go get with them? Instead of just saying, the church, I'm done with that. No, you just done with the Lord. Like, let's be real. You want to go live a sinful lifestyle. That's it. That's your excuse. It's the same way when Moses went on the mountain. Moses was talking to God on the mountain. You know what I'm saying? And he left the Hebrew Israelites down there at the bottom of the mountain. And he didn't even leave them down there for long. Moses up there out chopping it up with the Lord. They didn't saw all these miracles that God done, then led them out of slavery. Perfect leadership. They got food to eat, everything going good. Perfect leadership. Perfect leadership. Moses is coming down from the mountain, and what are they doing? They didn't already flipped on him. You know what I'm saying? They already talking behind his back. Oh, that nigga, man. Man, we finna do what we want to do, man. Bring them girls out, man. Bring that liquor out, man. Let me get some of that. They stay flipped on him. You know how pissed God was with them? The God was pissed. This is how God look at stuff, man. See, God saw how wicked their heart was in that instance, because he did. I just told you everything they saw, everything they did. And it didn't take them long for them to just throw all that out the window and continue and go back to doing what they want to do. God was pissed. He opened up the ground and swallows a lot of them. A lot of them just start falling into the ground, man. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen like this when God's pissed? When he just give you the instant express into hell, like he don't even know past go cards. He just opened the ground up. Like, I'm getting this niggas out of here. That's what God said. And I ain't gonna say, I don't be that mad, but because that's like God, that's a righteous anger from God. But I know I be pissed, man. It annoys me. That's what I could say. It annoys me how our people, they always got an opinion. We always got an opinion on this, that, and the third. You got the Black Lives Matter. Why you talking about the cops and the authority of the country want to defund the police? You have a problem with authority is the problem. It's because like I just told you, Moses and God, perfect leadership, working in tandem, you still rebelled against that. So it's time to return to the Most High. It's time to reconcile our hearts with Christ. Come home, return to your true superpower as so-called black men and women. And go ahead and now let's actually listen. It's time to listen. You understand? If you want to quit now, if you don't want to listen to black leaders anymore, then shut up about it. If you don't want anybody to lead or try to build programs, try to do things like that, they're still going to do it. But you could, but they're going to do it for everybody. We could just drop this facade of a black community, because to have a community, you need leaders. You have to have strong men and women out here, and all I see is that just being a smokescreen, man. That's just a talking point. That's just a pandering talking point. That's just something that you say that we say to other groups of people, but we really, when we get in our circle, we really don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something you try to pander to. You keep people, other groups of people on the feeling sorry for you or something like that. That's really what that is. So let's just as black people, let's stop all the smoke screens, all the walls and all of these false narratives. Let's stop that. Let's stop all of these false narratives that we're creating and just be real. If you don't want leadership, if black, and it don't matter where it come from, but I'm talking to black people. If you don't want people in your community to be leaders, then shut up about it and just get whatever come with, your lack of guidance and leadership. You can't jump 0 to 60. You're not going to do just as well as a person who have that. You know what I'm saying? So you need to just accept your place and being last. And then and I'm talking for men and women, and don't say nothing else and just go about and mosey about with your head down. Don't try to act like you have any pride. Don't try to act like, you have any care about those who are lesser than. Or don't try to act like you have any courage. Don't try to act like, you somebody who we need to listen to. Like you want to usurp the leadership, but then try to act like you can tell somebody something. Don't nobody need to be listening to you. You're going to lead people into oblivion. So look, with that being said, I'm just trying to pull my people, coattails, man. Pull them and if you have an ear to listen, man, let you hear. You know what I'm saying? If you have an ear to listen, then hear what I'm saying. If you don't, then you just don't have the ear to listen. You're not listening. You know what I'm saying? And you're just that type of person. All I'm saying, if you're that type of person and don't know how to change that, I can help you out. Go just return to Jesus Christ, man. Get a relationship. Give your life to Jesus. Let him, and he'll start to teach you. He'll give you the Holy Spirit to teach you what's going on. He'll to teach you in the right things, in the ways of righteousness, and the way to move, and who to get behind, who to listen to. You'll have discernment. The problem is again, man, I'm going to end this video. A lot of us think we listen to people off skin color and money. That's it. Skin color and money is, as long as they not black, and if they have, do they have $1 billion or $1 million? That's it. And that's a bad way to be. You don't have the proper ear to hear. So with that being said, this is your man Nico B, Blackeffect. I am gone.